it still echoes down the ages.
I suppose that is when our romance truly began. I'm doing my utmost to live up to expectations.
Oh, hard times come again no more. Hi, I'm Bill Coleman.
And I'm Carla.
We write and perform Civil War presentations all throughout the United States and in our native home state here in Oregon. All of our presentations are fully costumed. We are as authentic as we possibly can be. We interweave both period and original music throughout the entire presentation, feeling the music can help convey the story as well as the dialogue. Of course, all of our dialogue is taken from actual letters and diaries of Civil War participants to give you a real in-depth feeling for the war experience.
The scene you're about to see from Taps, the Confederacy in the first part, the Union in the second part, comes from the female standpoint.
Well, now, if he done all that, then why ain't he been promoted and why ain't it in the papers?
Well, I have read that the good people of the North believe that God is on their side, when we know that God is on our side. But how can it be that God can be both for and against the same thing at the same time?
Oh, Paulie, it's for your sake alone. I left my poor father, my country and my home. I left my dear mother to weep and to mourn. I am a rebel soldier and far from my home. Taps was the first one we wrote with all dialogue from letters and diaries of Civil War participants. I've been a professional musician nearly all my life. I started playing music when I was still in high school, and always had this really intense interest in the Civil War at the same time. So when I started reenacting about 1992, it was just natural that I would make a tape of Civil War songs.
The scene you're about to see from The Last Rose concerns the love letters between Mr. Boatwright and Maddie.
The assurance you have given me of your willingness to correspond has caused a new era to dawn upon me, and I feel that life now possesses a charm worth living for. I'm free to express myself in my own feeble way, for I feel I have at last found one kind, congenial heart to be responsive to my own.
I suppose that is when our romance truly began. It was as if our letters had become the very reason for his living. It was not unusual to receive 2 or 3 letters in a single month. And many times he told me of his romantic feelings for me in his correspondence.
We have a total of 3 presentations that are currently in production right now. Taps, our first presentation, The Last Roses, and of course The Haunting War. We attempt to assemble our dialogue from actual letters and diaries of Civil War participants, so the audience gets a real feel for what was on the minds of folks that lived through this 19th century catastrophe. In between the scenes, we'll feature a song that helps to also explain the action that's taken place on the stage. Gives it a different perspective.
The scene that we're going to show you from The Haunting War shows you how war haunts people long after it's over. Nothing I can say can truly express it. For the first time in quite a while, I have shed tears. I fear my heart will simply break.
Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. Hey, well, that's the show. Hope you enjoyed it.
If you're interested in any of our productions, please get a hold of us at the information below.
Thanks a lot. Hope you get in touch. Brother John and I come down to camp in the year of '61. Says John, we better join this fight before this war is done. They marched us and they drilled us in the manly art of war. And when we looked like soldiers, well, they drilled us all the more. By April we were wondering when the elephant we'd see. So we hitched our knapsacks on.